because I'm there. I can't see anything. And I don't know how your font's so big. I feel like I've been very blessed in the parent department, as we have had extremely loving and devoted parents our entire life. I grew up a very lucky little girl because I've known every day of my life that I was my dad's entire world, and how much he loved us and how proud of us he was. And I think that every kid should be that blessed. His love for my mom was so strong, even to the very end. He was telling Tracy and I that she's too beautiful and too smart and has too much to offer to spend the rest of her life alone. And that he wants her to find a way to move on, and that he wants us to be okay with that. He recently told us that he was going to call a minister to set up a wedding so they could renew their vows. Meanwhile, Mom's in the background rolling her eyes because we all know that means Mom's going to be doing all the calling, Dad's not going to do anything. And clearly, you know, she needs another task like I need another pound. He was a ball buster to the end. I mean, literally, Claudia. I mean, I was at Tracy and Charlie's one day, and I said, oh my God, if he says Mom's name one more time, I'm like, I'm sick of hearing him call Mom's name out. Mom, you have been the epitome of grace and beauty through all of this, and an example of what true love is. You really have it. Nobody could have taken better care of Daddy. And I know that these last couple years have been really hard on all of us, but I know you took the brunt of it. So as most of you know, my dad was lovingly referred to as Big R by all of our friends. He was a cussing, smoking, beer drinking, loudmouth, blackjack playing, flawed man. And I know there's some of y'all in here that are going, damn, that apple didn't fall far from that tree, did it? I truly think you knew how to play poker before you were out of elementary school. I really do think she did. That being said, he was probably the most genuine, kind-hearted human being that I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. At a very young age, my parents began taking us to local nursing homes on Christmas Eve to visit the residents that hadn't had any visitors throughout the year. To them, it was an important lesson to always do something kind for someone else if you can. I can't tell you the lasting impact that has had on me throughout my life. About 20 years ago, my dad decided that he would start adopting out needy kids at Christmas. The first year we started off small with a list of like 5 or 10 kids that we got from our local church. I'm proud to say that with the help of many friends and family and coworkers, we've carried on that tradition. For the past 12 years, we've adopted out children in the CPS system, and this year I think we helped 75 kids. And I'm not saying that for a pat on the back or, you know, for any kind of credit. It's just, this is my father, people. This was the kind of man that he was. This is what he stood for. This was the man that let people put groceries on credit until they could afford to pay back his store, knowing full well that he probably would never get his money back. A gentle giant of sorts, fiercely protective of his wife and children, and a champion of the underdog. Brilliant to the point of intimidating, funny and witty, yet kind and loving. He was no pushover. He didn't take 1 ounce of crap off of anybody, ever. Sorry, y'all. But he would give you the shirt off his back if you needed it. He instilled this in all of us. It was probably more important to him and my mom that we were good human beings other than anything else. My dad and I have had a lot of talks in the last year or so about death in heaven, as he was very realistic about his prognosis. And just a couple weeks ago, on one of his pretty bad days, when I didn't think he was going to make it, we were talking and I told him that I had this vision of Dave Dunn at Heaven's Gates on Harley. waiting to pick up my dad. Where they drive to a blackjack table and pull up a seat next to Gary Alexander. Caught with the whiskey and water in his hand. Cotton is there with a 6-pack of beer and a carton of cigarettes. And Dickie Cornelius is drunk as a skunk and the life of a party with a girl half his age. And he cracked up laughing and kind of came out of it, and he thought that was so funny. And he said, yep, that's probably how it's going to be. He then told me that he had seen God and my Meemaw and Dave, and that he was no longer afraid to die. He said that David told him that it was beautiful there, and nobody was sick, and he was waiting on him to get there so they could play golf. My dad found comfort in this, and honestly, I think Mel and I did too. Once a few years ago, when I had taken my dad to the cemetery to visit my grandparents' graves, we walked over to my childhood friend's grave where I bent down and touched his footstone and began to cry. When I told my dad I was sorry that I was so upset and that I guessed I would never get over losing Howie the way that we did, his response to me was, baby, you never will. You're always supposed to keep the ones that you love most closest to your heart. On Saturday morning, my mom walked in and said, baby, I have something for you. I immediately recognized the handwriting and knew it was from my dad. He had written letters to Tracy and I with instructions for my mom to give it to us after he was gone. At the bottom of each letter was a poem that he had said he liked and that he hoped we did too. A gentle reminder that we're never far apart. My spirit will live on forever within your heart. Typical of Big R, you know, he was detail oriented. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for a world without him in it. To never hear his loud, boisterous laugh again. To never hear him say, well, God damn it, baby. Not ready to let go or say goodbye. Not ready for my babies to not have their papa up here to hug and play with. I know I'll see him again someday in heaven, and he's in heaven with my Meemaw, Papa, and all his friends and